Good morning, people, and happy Sabbath. Now, I want to show you regular water supply. There are two things that are usually a problem when people want to stay within a village setup. The first one is regular power supply. The second one is regular water supply. And these are the two things that make people stay within a town setup for a long time, and they desert the village because they believe a village doesn't have enough water, a village doesn't have enough electricity or power backup and internet connection. You see, those are the things that I have stabilized within the village, and I would really like to be showing them one by one. I don't know if this will be okay. I'm still trying to figure out. As I told you in my previous video, I'm still trying to figure out. Now, water supply, we dug a well. I don't know if it's a well or a borehole. Then we had to put this pillar here. Now, that pillar has steel and concrete. It has steel and concrete. It is just beside this well. Now, you can see that steel and concrete. Then up there is a water tank, right? A water tank. There's a plant growing up there, a water tank there. Then there's a concrete and steel that have formed that pillar. My mother loves a lot of firewood, so we have firewood there. Then down here there is a well. Now, when you want this water to go up to the tank, there is an automatic voltage switcher. An automatic voltage switcher is the one that takes the water current to the pump. We have the pump down there. Then that pump, there is a pipe that runs from the pump to the tank up there. You see that pipe? This pipe here, it goes up there to the tank. Now this pipe goes to the automatic voltage switcher. When we switch it on, the electric current goes to the pump, then it pumps water up there. Then we have water, a lot of it, regular supply. But before that happened, we used to go to the river. Yes, and the river is not very far. It's very near. You see, I see some people struggling to go to the river in some places in this country because those areas are semi-arid. But in our place, the river is not very far. It's just near here. That is where we used to fetch water. So let me take you to the river. As I said, I would really love to create more videos about village life and just way of life and then living. But I don't know the reception of such videos and the perception they will have, because I don't like appearing like I'm creating videos to brag about anything. You see, there are people who are always ready. You know, he's bragging with that and that. He's bragging. That is why it's very difficult for me to create a video that, oh, now I have bought this and that. I've bought this and that. I have seen they usually have a negative connotation, but then I will see how it will happen. Now, I'm taking you to the river where we used to fetch water. It's just a few meters here. When I looked at my parents and I noticed that they are aging, that one, now it was very difficult for them to go to the river. Now you need to have water at home. And then also me, I can't go to the river now, you see. I have a degree, Bwana. I have a degree. How do you have a degree and then you go to the river to fetch water? It's impossible. Today is my Sabbath day. It is in the morning, and I decided to create this video just to show you this as I think of going to the church. We are learning about spiritual gifts today in our Sabbath school lesson. That is what we will be discussing in the lesson discussion. We have discussed that the Lord has given us gifts. Everybody has a gift, and you should not underestimate your gift. You should use it well in church and in every place you go. And when you have that gift, don't underestimate other people's gifts. Gifts are very important to be used together, like the way the hand on the body, the leg, you have the eye, you have the head. Every gift is like that. So when you combine them together, you have a very powerful body of Christ that can work in coordination to advance his message, to spread the Advent message to the world in our generation. Yes, so this is where we used to follow, by the way, for generations, for many years. When we were going to the river as children, we used to follow here. But now we can't do that. If I marry a wife, she cannot do this. My children can't do that now because we have water. Of course, there are other things we will talk about, but today we are focusing only on water. Now, this is somebody's land. this is not where we are supposed to follow, but then this route has been here for many years, and this is what we have been using for many years. Yes. So Sabbath morning is usually very refreshing. On Sabbath day, we don't do anything. I don't know if this is working, because I found YouTube to be very interesting. You just take videos and then you post them. I don't do anything, any much editing and all that. These are just vlogs. You just record, then post them. I don't know if that is working or not working, but we shall see how we will do it next. So yes, so this is the river now. We have a lot of people there washing their clothes. It's an expansive land here. A lot of people usually plant things here. I know they are wondering, who is that guy holding the camera? You know, these are new things in villages. They're just wondering, what is he holding in his hand? They're just looking at me in awe. Do they say in awe? I don't know. What does that mean? They're just wondering. Mlembe bosi? Mlabalam? Mlaukeshe njinjira shino tawe njinjira kutse shindu fulani. You see they are washing clothes there. Yes, now this is the river where we used to fetch water. Yes, so this is it. I think in the past it used to be some kind of a stream, but right now it is tap water, as you can see there. Yes, so I think you have seen. So it is about 100 meters from home. Now you see my home is up there. My home is up there. Then we have another home just right here. So a lot of people usually come here to wash their clothes, like you see at the back there. Now, what is this thing, by the way? When they started improving rivers in the village, we usually have this thing here. So I don't know what it means, but if you know it, please comment down there and tell me what it is. So this is one of them. We have so many places where we can fetch water. I don't know if to call this a stream or a river, I don't know. But this is where we used to come to fetch water. Now, there is a second one. I'm taking you to the second one for you to see how it is. I'm taking you to the second one for you to see how it looks like. Now, this is a very refreshing environment. You know, I'm taking this video against the sun, so I don't know if this is very clear. Now, just besides where we used to fetch water, we have running water. We have running water there, a lot of it. This is where I brought you last time and told you that people take a shower here, and then people take a shower here, and then somebody was arguing that, do you have showers? Have you installed showers in that river? Now, I like using the word shower because I have a shower. I don't know how to say taking a bath because I don't take a bath myself. You know, there are people who take a bath, and then when you graduate from taking a bath, you now start taking a shower. So when you take a shower a lot and then you find people taking a bath in the river, you confuse taking a bath with taking a shower, right? Yes. So I know this video is not very clear because I'm against the light, and cameras are not usually very good when you are against the light, especially for darker people like me. You know, I'm very dark, and being dark, sometimes they say you are not very handsome or very beautiful if you are not dark. There has been that debate in this country that people who are dark are not very beautiful. But yes, we are dark. What will we do? This melanin is what we were blessed with. So if I do this, I know it will be very clear now. I don't know. But I know if I do this, it's not very clear. So yes, I am now entering the second one now. These two are just 50 meters apart. And that's why we usually tell some people that in our area, we don't have a problem with water. There's water everywhere. This is the second one. It is just 50 meters from the other one. And in the past, it also used to be a spring, just like the other one. But we have USAID. Now, USAID is the one that made this. USAID is the one that made this. Are you seeing this one? You can clearly see that that is USAID from the American people to Western Kenya. From the American people to Western Kenya. So USAID gave us money to make this because it was unhealthy to fetch water from a spring. It was just a spring, and we used to fetch with a calabash. I don't know. How do you call that thing? A calabash, then you cut it in the middle. In our area, we call it a sanda. A sanda. So that is what we used to fetch water with. But I think it was unhealthy, and then they found a way to make it. Now, from the American people to Western Kenya, I don't know if the amount of money they gave was enough to make that, because politicians are the ones who are in charge of these things. And when they come down here, this is what they do. We don't know, because we have a lot of thieves in this country. We don't know if Americans contributed a lot of dollars to making this, because personally I can do it. Even the salary of a politician can do it. But when the American people contribute money to do it, then they do a very small thing like this. But then we appreciate the American people. We don't know why Trump removed US aid from Africa, because it was really helping people. But again, a lot of people used it wrongly. They enriched themselves. Some aid was not reaching vulnerable children, people living with HIV, and that was a big problem. So some people are using it to enrich themselves, and so I believe it was good to remove it, but then it also brought a lot of financial shocks, especially in villages where a lot of people used to benefit. So as I told you, we have fertile lands in this river, and there's a lot of water, lots of water. We have a lot of water. So there's another one, but that one is far. I will not take you there today, but I have just shown you where we used to fetch water. And do some people still go to the river? Yes, they still go. They still go, bro. A lot of people here don't have water in their homesteads, so they have to go to the river. But if you have roughly about 100 to 150,000, that is just about $1,000 to $1,200. I believe you can put up a very good system of water at home, and you will have no problems with water. Our wells or boreholes don't dry up. We have enough water here. So you cannot say that there is a season where water will disappear. No. We have a lot of water here. Water is not a problem. We can have any other problem. And as I told you, in these villages, the only problem we have is money. Once you figure out how to make money, you are sorted. Just figure out, how do I make money in a village setup? It's done. Done and dusted. Because if it's water, we have it. If it's electricity, in that one, I'll create another video separate. Electricity and power backup, solar and generator. That one I'll create it. That one is sorted. Now, people will ask me about internet. Another video that I'll create, I'm just not creating it because I'll feel like I'm promoting some people some brands who are supposed to pay me, because this is a platform I'm creating. We have two internet providers, and one of them is really very strong. Very strong. That is why I can upload videos regularly. You see me uploading videos. That means that I have very stable internet, very fast internet. So when you have enough water, you have enough power backup, and you have fast internet, and now you have a source of money, what else do you need? What else do you need? You have everything you want, okay? The only thing you need now is interaction. Maybe if you want friends in a town setup, you want to go and meet them, greet them, and then ask them how they are doing. Yes, you can go and see those friends of yours. But if you have those things sorted out, then well and good. The main problem is money. And that's why I believe teaching people how to make money, even when they are in remote places, is a very good thing. Very good thing, because it promotes independence. People are independent. They don't have an employer who will threaten them that I will sack you. But if you want to do that, also you have to be that employer. You have to be the boss. And being a boss comes with responsibility. You have to make sure that you are disciplined. You are hardworking. You meet your deadlines so that you don't fall behind. Because if you fall behind now, it means you have to go to look for a job. Because there is one thing that I believe. If you can be disciplined and make money on your own, you will see no need for an employer. I'm telling you the truth. I know there's a bandwagon that will come here with, if there are people who just want to be employed, there are people who just don't want to be. No. If you are disciplined and you know how to make money and you know how to meet your deadlines and you are focused, you will dump that job. You will see no need for an employer. But if you like being lazy a bit, relaxing, then you really need an employer who can streamline you. Because if you can't build your dream, then you have to help build another person's dream. That one, I believe it happens, because I've never had a job for a long time, and I've tried to do different things, and I have really proved that being disciplined, focused, and identifying opportunities, that one sorts it out. But this is not to discredit people who are employed. If you are employed, then well and good. Work hard on your job, because we have people who are employed, especially Kenyan employees in governments, and they are doing very useless work. Those people don't work, man. Those people, you go to those government offices, people are just there lazing around waiting for a salary. That is why I believe they cannot be self-employed. Because in self-employment, you must show that you are disciplined and focused. Yeah. But that was not the main focus of this video. This video, I created it to show how we get water. Now, other villagers still go to the river. But when you have money, it's not a lot of money, just 100,000 or 150,000, you can have water at home. So we will continue sharing these insights. Happy Sabbath to Adventists. And let me go to church to learn more about spiritual gifts and how I can use my gifts to bless other people. Thank you for listening to me. This is Gidia Kali, and we shall meet again on Sunday. Peace.